Hajime. And what happened to doing the plays with the Deer Note? Deer Note reborn from the graveyard. No level 8 synchro searching for a level 3 ogre tuner. What the heck happened here? I feel like we had the combo. All our Deer Notes are in the grave. Did we not even activate Deer Note effect? I guess not. What the heck? Maxi in the draw phase. We just have Unicorn Disruption and the Punk Narwashi Surprise. We do have some hand traps also. Negating the Lubellion from adding a Bestial from the deck to the hand. And just like that, after eating your Ash, I'm going to follow up with the Grass. Milling a ton of cards off the top of the deck until we equal your deck size. That's exactly what we wanted. Force out the Ash, then follow up with the Grass. We're going to be searching for a Shell of Chaos. Shell of Chaos is going to be banishing the Core of Chaos. And then the Shell of Chaos will be activating to special summon the Core of Chaos onto the field. We are under Max C, now making a Chaos Beast. Chaos Beast has the ability, I believe, to reborn a monster onto the field, but that's not going to be happening. Or no, actually, you add a Banish and add it to your hand. So it's kind of like a Reborn because you're going to add a Banished Chaos monster that reborns. Now we are further cooking, going into a Chaos Ruler. Chaos Ruler going to be milling the top 5 cards of the deck. We're also activating the Mirage Dragon. You can target cards your opponent controls up to the number of other monsters used for the Synchro Summon, banish them. Mill 5, add a light or dark among those 5. Get ready, come to me. Our Assault Synchron, which is a free special summon. Special summoning itself onto the field. Get ready for a level 10 Synchro, which will be the Dissipator. Dissipator is going to be summoning a banished card back in the field as the Chaos Ruler banishes the Shinobi Necro to summon itself back in the field, to trigger the Shinobi Necro, to summon itself onto the field, to make another level 10 Synchro. 10 cards in the opponent's hand. What are we doing? Come forth and summon Lubellion. And now we have Assault Synchro activating off of the Chaos Ruler being banished to resummon itself back onto the field. Now, level 10 Synchro, not yet. Lubellion setting up the E2 of the Branded. Dissipator, reborning the Chaos Mirage Dragon. Now, E2 of the Branded, either player's turn, whenever we want, we could Synchro Summon during the battle phase, just like that. Chaos Angel is here. On summon, you don't want to banish the field spell because then they could activate cards like Impermanence. Very well done. E2 of the Branded is not main phase only. It is whenever you want. Earl GB with Chaos. Newly supported with the E2. Starting this off with Ariana. Ariana is bait for the Ash. Do not let Ariana eat your Ash. Save it for the Big Welcome. We're going to be using our Chandelier, setting up the Big Welcome Labyrinth right here, right now. The Coup Clock is also going to be adding itself from the graveyard back to the hand, making the Big Welcome activatable by discarding the clock, summoning a Lovely, returning back to Ariana, activating Lovely to pop a random card from the hand. You're randomly taking out, what are we going to see? Chandelier triggering because a monster left the field through a normal trap effect, come back to the hand to be activatable during the next turn. A Purrely Sleepy Memory. Any quick play card popped from the hand, I would say, is good. And then as we set up again our Big Welcome Labyrinth, the big counter to Purrely is Dimensional Barrier, which we could set up, but we could chain link block the Lady. So Lady Labyrinth is going to be a card that we want to chain a quick play spell to in response to a trap activated so that they do not set a Dimensional Barrier, making it activatable that turn due to the clock, thus resulting in not being able to summon Xyz monsters, which completely counters the deck. And then the Lovely's going to recycle the Dimensional Barrier every single turn. It's an auto win, but we do have a way to stop it. Block being discarded, Chandelier, discarding Ariana, setting up a Welcome Labyrinth here. Clock is going to be summoning itself onto the field. We're not going to be using the Lovely yet. Adding a Stray Purrely Street, which will make our special summon Purrely's untargetable. My Friend Purrely eating that Ash, which I would say is the ideal use of the Ash, negating the My Friend Purrely, attempting to grab to our hand a Delicious Memory would be the play. It wasn't just the Ash. We knew that the Big Welcome was coming. The Welcome was activatable. There was a lot here. So very well done for Anna Man. Let's hop into game number 2. And I incorrectly had a win already. The win goes Labyrinth. Let's hop into game 2. We have our Purrely grabbing the My Friend Purrely. Reveal 3, randomly add 1 to the hand. This is the nerf here. This is where you can't reveal 3 delicious memories. 66% chance to grab it. We still get it, so it's like we were not even nerfed. Regular Purrely also semi-limited, so we can't summon 3 in 1 turn unless we use the Purrely Leap to return them back to the deck. Making the plump, and then we could chain link block this. I know a lot of Labyrinth players here will just toggle off and wait until the end phase. This is where the plump wants to equip the sleepy memory onto it, and you could block it, and then you could block it again. You could potentially stop an X Purrely Nor from being summoned turn 1, and it's all up to you paying attention with your Chandelier and Stovey. Hey, Anna Man knows exactly what to do. Very well done. Chain link blocking that sleepy memory. Plump is not able to equip. And that's the last Purrely we're going to be able to summon. Reveal 3, and we could still summon a Lily, but that's not going to be doing much. We are now making Princess Sprite, which will be randomly milling the top card of the deck, randomly giving us nothing. It needs to be a spell trap. Again, chain link block the sleepy. Now, unfortunately for Animan, Red opened up quite nutty because we could get chain link block twice, and we're still going to be able to make the X Purrely Nor. We're going to equip it with the Happy Memory. 3 extra quick play spells. How insane is that? Damn. Despite playing really well with the chain link blocks, it did not matter. And if we have a beauty, we could then suck up one of the back row cards out. We're spinning them early, right here, right now. We do not want them activatable. Very first turn, Labyrinth has 1 card in the hand, nothing on the field. And we still have a spin with our X Purrely Nor. We're also going to draw a card. We're also going to draw 2 cards. Draw 2, spin 1, against 1 card in the hand, now 2. Drawing the clock here. Okay, activate clock. So now whatever we set with Ariana will be activatable. Come to us, Droll and Lock Bird. That's not going to be too good against Labyrinth here. Activate, chaining the X Purrely Nor right now to spin back the Ariana because he does not want to be able to use the big welcome to summon a lovely return back Ariana. Okay. And also, more importantly, this trap is not activatable, but he clocked, right? Well, the clock states you have to have a Labyrinth monster on the field. So by getting rid of the Labyrinth monster, it's going to be no good. We got the X Purrely Nor spin again during the end phase. It just like that, just making that turn 1 X Purrely Nor, hitting the 66% chance to grab the Delicious, having 3 quick play spells to play around the double chain link block. It was just meant to be for Purrely to win that. Get ready for game number 3. Activating the Shipyard, discard any card to grab ourselves our Whitebeard. We're going to be Droll and Lockbirding here. Chain the Stovey. Stovey's going to be setting up a Labyrinth trap from the deck, which will be our big welcome. And by discarding the Whitebeard, Whitebeard will now be activating to special summon a Plunder Patrol from the deck, which will be our Redbeard. Redbeard will be able to perform an extra deck summon during the opponent's turn based off the attribute they have in the field or in the grave. If Maxi were to have been activated, that would have been good. We would have been able to summon Jord. Right now, we can't summon anything. Sleepy Memory, well, it is a dark deck, dark and light, so this is going to be ideal for allowing us to, you know, what do we go into here? Do we go into Jord or do we go into Moark? We're going to be able to have quick effect monster banish. Let's see. When's the anniversary? Isn't the anniversary in February? Oh, you know what? I will leak within this stream the theme of the anniversary. How about that? Yeah, you can tell me what you think the theme of the 2-year Master Duel anniversary is, because I already got some details. We are going to be using Triple Tactics Thrust, which will be negated by the Ash. Now, what's the Jord doing here? He wants the opponent to special summon a monster. By special summoning a monster, the Jord will activate to summon a monster from the deck, and also we're going to be able to add a Plunder to the hand. Right, add a Plunder, and then you also special summon. Yup, so it's going to be setting up. You're going to have a discard available. You're going to have a Whitebeard, or we already Redbearded, so you summon the Whitebeard. And then we go into the Moark. We have a card to discard for Moark. We're going to be able to banish any monster. Get ready. Rust. The 2-year anniversary theme is not Dark Magician nor Blue Eyes. triple pretty memory to our hand, 1 to the hand. We're going to activate, not discard anything. We're going to use Lily to get negated as it attempts to go into the beauty to be able to negate a card in the field and also suck up a card. You really need them to summon. And you did it. Okay, now we get Jordan. Thank you very much. We're going to be adding our golden hair, special summoning our Whitebeard. Whitebeard is going to be chilling, just waiting to be activated. Within the battle phase, we're going to do it. Come forth and summon the Mowork, and we are into Max C, unfortunately. Now, the Mowork's going to be able to discard that golden hair to get banishing. Now, we're going to make an Azalea on summon. Get poppin', poppin' the Mowork. Mowork is going to be discarding a card before getting popped, banishing the Azalea. We're also going to be chaining our big welcome Labyrinth. Before our Mowork gets destroyed, we're going to return it back to the extra deck to trigger our lovely Labyrinth to pop a card on the field or in the hand. What are we popping? Get ready. Making sure to activate our Redbeard and our Whitebeard outside of the main phase so that the triple tactics talent does not become activatable. But here it is activatable. Draw 2 cards is what we're choosing. Special summoning a Fenrir off the top of the deck. Come to us another Fenrir. Now, what's good? If we activate the Lovely to set a card that will trigger the Fenrir to banish. So we ideally want to get rid of the Fenrir before activating. We got Black Eyes. We're also going to be using the big welcome Labyrinth to spin back the Fenrir before committing to a play. And now we're going to be triggering the Lovely to randomly pop Nibiru. As we then summon 5 times, yes? On summon number 1. We're popping the My Friend Purrely, not a card from the hand. Resetting up an impermanence. Black Eyes summon number 2 as it adds back a Whitebeard in the hand. Now we're going to be discarding that Whitebeard. Whitebeard will be activated to summon a monster from the deck. We're going to be on summon number 3. Are we really going to get Nibiru? Summon number 4. Summon number 5. And just like that, the Nibiru is activatable, tributing the entire field. Yeah, Labyrinth is still in a good spot here. Now, what's interesting is the impermanence cannot be activated because the effect of the Lovely is you have to control a fiend monster in order to activate the set card from the grave. So we just have Big Welcome, which will then make the impermanence activatable. So it all works out. But then the Ash negates. Damn. But what the heck is this hand? 3,900 defense. We can't summon Fenrir. Fenrir can't banish a token, by the way. What do we do? All right, we have a dead impermanence. The newly drawn card will be discarded for the Shipyard. We also have Golden Hair discarding the newly drawn card to come forth and summon. 6,400 attack. We are on the attack. And because the Plunders are Fiend, it makes the impermanence activatable. Now making Blackbeard. Blackbeard is going to be summoning from the extra deck, drawing a card after that summon. We also have the list special summoning our back row card in response to our field spell to return it back to the hand. So we're going to be adding the Shipyard back onto the field and then also summoning the Blackbeard. And let's get Shipyard in, discard the Chandelier, come to us our Bluebeard. Bluebeard will be discardable for the list to negate any monster effect. So if you try to Fenrir, we will banish you. We are going, now what's crazy is the Big Welcome does not say if you have a big Labyrinth monster on the field. It just says level 8 or higher Fiend, which the list being a level 8 or higher Fiend allows us to use the Big Welcome Labyrinth to spin back any card on the field. We're doing so in the battle phase, and that's going to trigger the Torby, the Chandelier, add back to the hand, summon onto the field, get ready to discard, get ready to set another Big Welcome or Welcome Labyrinth from the deck. And now we also have the Blackbeard draw a card. We have quick effect banish a monster. We have quick effect negate a monster effect. We got Big Welcome activatable next turn. We have an activatable impermanence. Fenrir's not going to be doing anything. Purely Leap is not doing anything relevant. Returning 2 Lilies back in the deck. We're just coping right now, hoping that he would activate something within the main phase so that we can triple tactics talent. Mowork with a hard once per turn. Discard a card, banishing the Fenrir. And it looks like we didn't have another Plunder Patrol spell or trap to add from the deck to the hand. And just like that, we do not have lethal damage, or do we? Within the battle phase, come forth and summon Lovely back in the field, returning a monster we control back to the hand, attacking for 29, also triggering the Lovely, passing on the trigger, not popping a card in the field nor in the hand, just going straight for that lethal damage. Plunder Labyrinth taking out Purrely. Very well done. We didn't even have to use the monster negate on Liss. After eating a full, Nibiru was still able to play right through it. I am loving it. I have been turned off from the deck a little bit because of the Stovey being newly semi-limited, and I really liked the deck being able to discard a Whitebeard during the opponent's turn. But you know what? The deck still looks pretty damn good. Peaceful Planet. I think people do not want to lose to Drone Lockbird in TCG, and for Master Duel, they don't want to lose to Maxi. We're going to be using the Mannadium Imaginings to draw 2 by revealing a Mannadium. We're going to be summoning our Reinhardt, special summoning our Meek, activating the Tier Limit Scream, popping the Meek, which will trigger the field spell and the Meek to summon 2 balls onto the field. Now, what do you do with 2 balls and a Reinhardt? 1 ball will be level 4. You could make... No, I don't want to hear what you want to do with it. We're making Chaos Ruler because this card is not banned for some reason. Mill the top 5 cards of the deck. This is a really interesting version of Mannadium. This is Tier Limit Mannadium. All right, grab a Reinhardt. Reinhardt has the ability to pop a ball, come forth and summon. We should have another ball in the deck to summon. Yes, we do. And that's the final ball. Then we get Nibiru. Now, Chaos Ruler is summonable from the grave. And I think we're done cooking beyond that Chaos Ruler summon. What else could we really do? With the Chaos Ruler on the field, we could use the Reframing. Reframing, if we control a Synchro, we can negate a spell, trap, or monster. And then if you have a Vsauce or a 15/2100 defense on your field in the graveyard, you could also destroy the negated card. So we have negate and destroy. Unless Nibiru swings in onto that Chaos Ruler, well, we really should have. We should have taken that out because we're not familiar with Mannadium having a negate with them having a Synchro on the field. Activate Big Welcome Labyrinth. Ash is going to negate. We do not have a Solemn Strike, which would have then been negated by the Reframing. The optimal Ash usage. Treat it like a branded fusion. Activating our Peaceful Planet, we're going to be using Terrors of the Overroot to stop the field spell from searching for a Mannadium or Vsauce. Setting the Ash from the graveyard here. We do have Tier Limit Kashtira, which will banish from the graveyard on summon, triggering its effect and the Scream to mill a bunch of cards here. We are milling 6. Are we triggering a fusion? 1, 2, 3. We have Rhino Heart, but it's not activatable. Again, double Rhino Heart to the graveyard did not hit the fusion effect. We have Compulse on the token. Goodbye to you. Thanks to the Scream, reducing the Nibiru, smaller than the Chaos Ruler here. We still have Tears the Overroot and the Ghastly Glitch. Ghastly Glitch only activatable if we control a Fiend. Drawing into a Lovely Labyrinth is one of the worst cards you could draw into here. Activating Tears the Overroot, send the Tier Limit Kashtira to Reborn, set the Rhino Heart from the graveyard, not flippable this turn, of course. And when being sent to the graveyard, that will trigger a Mill 2, milling a Scream, activating also our Triva Karma, which could search for the Tier Limit field spell. Is that what we're grabbing? Or the Abscission, anything with Vsauce in its name. Well, Tier Limit field spell is in the graveyard. That's why we were not searching that. 3K to the face. We just have an Ash face up to be face up. Okay. Again, we have to control a Fiend to activate the Ghastly Glitch to pop 1 card in the field, plus send a Fiend from the deck to the graveyard. So we just have Compulse, which will be negated by the Reframing. Scream on the summon of the Snow, mill 3. This is a very interesting deck. I definitely want to see more from Kyo. Thank you for that. Let's hop into game number 2. Ariana, come to me. Chandelier. Chandelier, be discarding the Lovely Labyrinth, which is not summonable with the regular Welcome Labyrinth, but the Big Welcome Labyrinth can summon it from the graveyard. We also have the Labyrinth, which will make the Big Welcome, turning it into non-target destruction. We have Peaceful Planet, Field Spell, activate searching for a Mannadium or a Vsauce, activating Ash, negate the Welcome Labyrinth, which on resolution would pop the field spell. We're still going to pop the field spell with the Big Welcome Labyrinth, summoning Lovely from the graveyard is what I'm assuming. And then we're also going to pop a card from the hand. Now we could randomly pop the Rhino Heart, which will then discard the Scream to come forth and summon, and then we're going to pop off. Oh, wait, we have Call by the Grave. Call by the Grave. Onto that Lovely Labyrinth. Oh, wow, that's very lovely. That royal rarity. Get ready. Huh? You did not. Called by the Grave, the Lovely, which the deck generally plays only 1. And they're definitely going to pull the 1 from the graveyard. Yeah. Wait. You summoned from the deck, you had a royal in the graveyard, now you can call by the grave, the one in the grave. Ain't no way that just happened. I thought the majority of you are playing just one Lovely Labyrinth. Let me double check that real quick. Lovely on the website, Lovely is being played 100% at one. Who are you? What is this? Let's go. Return back, triggering the field spell, popping the opposing field spell, stopping the search of a Vsauce or Mannadium. It's going to stay at 100% if they don't top. So if they don't top, it stays at 1 at 100. Call by the grave, fingering the Lovely in the grave. I do not think so. Negating the 1 on the field. Negate. Now, are we going to get hit by potential Nibiru? And we also have the Lovely on the field popping, well, doing nothing because it did get negated. We got Scream and Rhino Heart. This is big. It's a mill 3 plus send a fusion trigger. And we're also chain popping with Rhymeheart. This is some new age plays. I don't think anyone's been doing this. This is some new stuff. Mannadium tier limit. I don't think anyone's doing that in TCG. Hobness activating, Rhymeheart activating, searching our deck for a Mannadium card. We're going to also be randomly triggering the Beast to draw an additional card and get ready for Kit Kalos. Now, the Meek will be special summonable, despite us using up our normal summon already. The Imaginings is also activatable. Reveal Mannadium, draw 2, then put a card from your hand to the bottom of the deck. Kashtira, tier limit, milling 2, Triva Karma, activating to search our deck for another peaceful planet. But it is not activatable. You can only activate 1 per turn, and we already activated. So I don't know if, was that a mistake or what? Kit Cal sent itself to the graveyard, reborn the tier limit Kashtira, triggering the mill 8 combo. Mill 3, mill 5. We still need the other tier limit, which is the Sharon. Sharon is the one we have not activated yet, and now it is time to activate. This is like full power tier limit, getting hit with the Nibiru right here, right now. Why? Because we know that the Nibiru counter was about to be summoned, which is our tier limit Rukalos. The set card will not be tributed. Goodbye to our own... Wait, it was not set. It was on the field in defense. It looked like it was set to me for some reason. And there it is, 7,000 defense token. We are still going to be resolving our fusion summon here, returning back the Kit Kalos to make our Rukal. And thankfully, the Scream has been reducing the Nibiru. Any newly summoned monster is reduced. We have Vicious Astrolaud by banishing our Starfrost and the Rhymeheart. We get to come forth and summon it, plus pop a card in the field, plus absorb half of its attack. And within the battle phase, we're using Reframing to return up to 3 balls back of the deck, just 2. Okay. Crime not activatable because we do not have a monster in the hand. Astrolaud does nothing during the opponent's turn. This will trigger the Scream. Rukalos can negate the effect of Special Summon, which no effect like that exists right now for Labyrinth. And what did we randomly mill? We milled a Sharon, which could turn into Kaleido Heart. Yes? No, we're going into Kit Cal. Kit Cal on summon will either search our deck. See, by searching the monster with Kit Cal, we could have made the Crime activatable. So if we set the Crime search a monster during their turn, then this would have been good. Big welcome, only able to return back our own monster since we do not control a level 8 or higher fiend. Back to our hand we go. Torby in the graveyard, so it will trigger to summon itself onto the field after the Ariana gets returned back to the hand. Welcome Labyrinth also triggering to set itself back on the field to be activatable during the next turn. Chandelier adding back to the hand. And now we are chaining our tier limit Kashtira to come forth and summon. But what else do we have to mill? We're going to be mill 3 on this summon here. We already triggered the Scream to reduce their field by 500, plus get that 3 mill. Get mill in. We got Sully, which will search for a monster. Another monster search. We needed that Crime set. Not that it really mattered. We're clapping up this duel. Got Torrid, which could summon a Meek when destroyed. We got the Peaceful Planet, search for a Mannadium. Ghostly Glitch is going to be popping the Rukalos, which will then resummon itself back in the fields. Come to us Vsauce, which could pop a card in the field that is not a light nor warrior. The Labyrinth activating to reborn a Labyrinth from the graveyard from a non-Labyrinth trap activating. Backjack, looking at the top 3 cards of the deck to then set them back in any order. Then we could banish the Backjack to set that newly top carded trap to then make it activatable that turn. We're doing that right here, right now. What is that trap going to be as the Scream is milling 3? It is a Tears the Overroot. It is activatable right here, right now. You can only activate one per turn. We use the Ghastly Glitch, so we did not use that yet. The Labyrinth, using the effect to pop the Astrolabe on the summon of the Lady Labyrinth here. Triggering the Lovely to pop a card from the hand or field, chaining the Hovness to come forth and summon itself onto the field. Come forth and summon. Mill 3. Pop in the token with the effect of the Lovely, using the Terrors of the Overroot right now. Did not chain Link block. Now, the thing is, if we had a monster that could have chained to the trap, you can't, because Lovely states that monsters cannot be chained to normal traps except our own. So Lady's going to be setting up a new trap from the deck here. It will not be activatable this turn. Daruma ready to flip the entire field face down if we survive. Lovely in attack position. I don't know about that. That's kind of sus. Starfrost can only pop a face-up monster we control. Pop in the Hovness, activating the Fuse. Kaleido Heart is coming. On summon, spin a card on the field back into the deck. With just the Kaleido Heart, we could swing over Lovely for game. We have Imaginings, which will reveal the Torrid, draw 2, return a card back to the bottom of the deck. We have not even used up our normal summon yet. Cross Sheep is here. We special summon to where it's pointing to. It will trigger the Cross Sheep to reborn a level 4 lore from the grave as the Kick House reborns the Rhino Heart, triggering the Cross Sheep also because it's pointing to a fusion on the summon of another monster. Reborning the Rhyme Heart from the graveyard. 2200 attack here, searching for a Meek. We don't even have room to summon the Meek. Now making a 3-card Baron to floor. Get ready to pop a card on the field, taking out the lethal damage. Huh? Come forth, Vicious Astrolabe. It's okay, we're still gonna have lethal on summon, popping the Stovey. And just like that, you're BMing, right? What the heck was that? Lethal damage. Very well done. 2-0 victory. Tearlament, Mannadium, clapping up Labyrinth. That was an insane duel. The deck does so much. Vicious Astrolabe could pop a monster you control or their own. Could even use Baron to floor to pop your balls if you want to. That is a 2-0.